Hey guys, welcome to Lessons with LeFever. Today our objective is I can evaluate expressions with parentheses, brackets, and braces using the order of operations. Let's dig deeper into today's lesson. Now this is just a refresher for you. We know that PEMDAS stands for parentheses, exponent, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. A cool way to help you remember this acronym is to remember this phrase. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Parentheses will always come first. Here's something that you should know. Parentheses also include braces and brackets, then your exponents, then multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. But remember, with multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction, you always want to do whichever comes first in the MD, and then whatever comes first in the AS. So let's solve a problem that has parentheses, brackets, and braces. Here we have 7 plus 2 times 24 divided by 11 minus 5. There's a lot going on here. But what I want you to focus on is the parentheses, the brackets, and the braces. I color coded them for you in yellow, red, and blue for a reason. We always want to do the parentheses first, no matter what. So we are going to start with the 11 minus 5, which we know is 6. Remember, once we solve what's in the parentheses, everything else gets dropped down. So now our expression reads 7 plus 2 times 24 divided by 6. Now, I know we just did the parentheses, but guess what? Brackets and braces are a part of the parentheses family. Since they're a part of that family, we're going to treat the brackets, which are in red, the same as we would treat the parentheses. So our next step would be to solve 24 divided by 6. We know that 24 divided by 6 is 4, and we drop down the rest of that expression. Now we have 7 plus 2 times 4. Now we're left with braces, the blue. Those braces are also a part of the parentheses family, so we have to do that first before we can worry about the 7. So now we solve 2 times 4, which is 8. And now we're left with 7 plus 8, which is 15. I know that may have been a lot, so let's try to do 2 more problems together. Number 1, 8 times 16 minus 4 plus 7 times 3. Now remember, our order of operations tells us that the parentheses have to go first. So we are going to do the parentheses, which is in yellow. 16 minus 4. I know that 16 minus 4 equals 12, and I drop everything else down exactly how it is. So now I'm left with brackets. Inside of my brackets, I have 8 times 12 plus 7 times 3. There are no more parentheses here, even though the rest of the equation is in brackets. How do I know what to do first? Well, multiplication is first, then I have addition, and then I have another set of multiplication. I always do multiplication before I add. So I'll do 8 times 12, which gives me 96. Then I drop down the rest of that equation. So now I'm left with 96 plus 7 times 3. How do I know what to do next? Do I add first or do I multiply first? Well, the A comes after the M, so I have to multiply first. So I multiply 7 times 3, which gives me 21. And when I add those, I'm going to actually add them vertically so that I can put them in the correct place value. 7 is the sum of 6 and 1. and 11 is the sum of 9 and 2. So after I evaluate this expression, my answer is 117. Let's try one more. 3 times 64 divided by 16 divided by 2 plus 9 minus 7. Whew, that was a lot of numbers. So let's go piece by piece using the order of operations. I always start and ask myself, are there parentheses in this expression? Yes, I see here that I have parentheses and it says 16 divided by 2. If I take 16 and divide it into 2 groups, there will be 8 in each group. I rewrite the expression by bringing down the rest of the expression that I didn't yet solve. So I'm left with 3 times 64 divided by 8 plus 9 minus 7. Remember, brackets are next. And we do brackets because it's still a part of the parentheses family. But here in the brackets, I see 64 divided by 8 plus 9 minus 7. Do I divide first? Do I add first? Or do I subtract first? Well, let's look in the order of operation. There are no exponents. I'm not multiplying inside of those brackets. The next one tells me to divide. The key is to keep the order. Everything has an order, okay? So we do division next, and we divide 64 divided by 8. Now, I know that 8 times 8 is 64, so that means my quotient is 8. And then I will rewrite my expression again. Now, inside of my brackets, I'm left with 8 plus 9 minus 7. So do I add first or do I subtract first? Here, we just do whichever comes first. So I see 8 plus 9, and I know that 8 plus 9 equals 17, and I rewrite my expression again. Inside of my brackets now, I have 17 minus 7. Now I can subtract 17 minus 7, and then I'm left with 3 times 10. Once I'm left with 3 times 10, I can take it out of the braces because it's just 2 factors now. And I know that 3 times 10 is equal to, you can count by 10s 3 times, or you could count by 3s 10 times. We should know that that would equal 30. Thank you for watching. Remember, the key to being a master at the order of operations is simply keeping the order. If you need help, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Thanks for watching. See you later. Take care.